Hello everybody, again from Simplyfoodea YouTube channel. Today we'll continue the rest of the processes in the flow diagram of the orange juice. I know it is a long steps, but it is very important to know how to make a risk assessment for each process. So we'll continue now the filtering process. The filtering process, I have decided in this process that it will be an OPRP, and we will know why, and this is very important. The severity are 4 and the probability are 3, so the outcome of the multiplication of the two numbers are 12, so it's a significant risk. Why it is a significant risk? The filtering process is very important to know that the filtering process are occurred according to the filter machine. So if there is any possible contamination or physical contamination from the filter itself, as we have mentioned before in the squeezing, step, the possible contamination from the lost metal nails and the metal screws, and the filtering from the filter itself, either it's damaged, and we will highlighted with this color, and found orange peel, okay, and seed, of course. Okay, the filter, this is all R. Okay, so the filter is damaged and found, so the filter itself, there is a risk from the filter itself, and found orange peel and seed, okay, which is passed to the concentration step. So the hazard from this step in the filtering, for example, this filtering step number 5, receiving of orange after sorting, washing, squeezing out, and filtering. So the risk of in the filtering here are from the filtering process itself, or if there is any possible physical hazard past all these process, but it is little likelihood and little occurrence, but the most from the filtering, the filter itself. So the control in this part will be from the machine by machine control program as the squeezing machine. So the physical hazard from filter machine or damaged filter, either metal wire or food grade wire, because when it's food grade, yes, it's a good preventive control, but the problem is that it is still a very important physical hazard, either it's food grade or not. Okay, so the control by the machine control program, and I must mention who will take care of this filtering machine and when, and all these parts. So the inspection before revert to the each batch, or daily inspection, or twice per week, wherever you are going to make this control, you must mention it in the HACCP plan. So I'm saying if the filter, I can see the filter and it's a closed pipe or closed system piping, so I will inspect it twice per week by dismantling the machine itself, filtering machine, and check the filter parts by my own eyes, or by the maintenance technician. Okay, and to control the good manufacturing processes, if there is any labor here in the filtering process, are adding the orange juice from the squeezing, after the squeezing out manually, so it will be controlled by the good manufacturing practices. We can also put it this color. Or from cross contamination from adding manually by labor. So it it will be controlled. Okay, it will be controlled by the good manufacturing practices, sorry. Okay, and also I must mention when the this GMP assessment scoring are created, and there is more control will be done on the physical hazard on the X-ray step. This is the last step. I can guarantee that all the orange juice I'm producing are free from any physical hazard. Here are the controlling, and after all this process, this is the last step. So according to the decision tree, we will see in the step number 11, we'll find that X-ray are CCP. If there is no any process in the upcoming steps controlling any of the physical hazard, so it will be the filtering process will be CCP. So the question will be one yes, 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 and no. And filtering also, chemical hazard are little to cure and little to little severity and little probability. So maybe also like the squeezing out presence of chemical residues from cleaning and proper cleaning program and proper concentration. And now here I'm not doing any decision tree because it's an OPRP, so I can show it again. This is an OPRP and this is PRP, so it will be in green color. The biological hazard in the filtering process, also like little like the chemical, maybe due to contamination of orange fruit or improper storing temperature, the control mechanism by approved supplier, it is also an PRP. So the most important are the OPRP, so this step will be OPRP step. So in this video we have done the hazard risk assessment for the process of the filtering process, and we must mention again where in the flow diagram I'm having waste. So I'm having waste from the sorting of orange and I'm having waste from the filtering process. In the upcoming video I will continue about the concentration and the reconstitution. It's very similar to each other. The concentration are removing water and reconstitution are adding water again. Best of luck of all of you and goodbye.